I have a label. It's guess.
The opening of the show.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of For Real Talk. Today I have my friend Daniel Scipio.
Hello.
Yay! So we're just gonna jump right in. Go ahead and tell everyone your story, like who you are, who you is, what you do.
Well, my story, if you don't know, I'm black. I don't know if you can see it. No, I'm just kidding. But I grew up in Carson, California and moved to Long Beach, California at like 13. The school I went to for elementary school, it was like a gifted magnet school. So you got the choir. Every semester there would be like a spring show and a winter show, but the winter show was like always the same. It was the night before Christmas. So
okay.
It was always the same. Everybody got a chance to audition for the part. So I got my start doing lights there. There was a light board, literally had like 5 buttons, and I thought I was doing the thing. Like, I was like,
I'm professional now.
I'm doing this one. I'm gonna get hired. Look at me. No, it is not that simple. It is not that simple, guys. But
that's how you get your big break with the 5 buttons.
5 buttons is how you get your big break. It's like 1, 2, oops, I got the part. Here we go. Like, no. After that, I moved to Long Beach, and for a brief time I had like nothing to do up until about high school when I joined choir. I sang in choir for 4 years, and at the same time I was performing with this theater group in Long Beach called Stern's Musical Theater. There we did like musical reviews of like a bunch of show numbers put together, and we'd write the scripts. So with that, if you add in, I started studying music in the 9th grade and I started doing musical theater. Growing up with both of those, I sort of went to school for that. I went to school for music, and then now I'm studying dance as a dance major here at Cypress College. Thank you for hosting.
Thanks.
I can say I've been strongly studying music more than I've been studying dance for like probably like 10 years.
So you've mentioned to me personally before that you took a break from theater and music and dance. So
Yes.
What was that like for you? What was your journey? Like what made you stop for a while, and then what made you want to come back into that?
So after high school, they don't tell you what you're supposed to do. In case you thought that they're supposed to tell you what to do, they don't tell you that.
Yeah.
What happened was I didn't know what I wanted to do for a year, so I took a gap year. Now the gap year is dangerous because if you don't figure out what you're going to do, you're just going to jump to the next thing to keep up with everyone else, which is how I started as a jazz music major. And I studied jazz for 3 years. So I did that until I burned myself out. But while doing that, I had decided I'm not going to really dance because I have to focus. So I was like, I'm going to focus on music, which took me more classical and choir singing than it took me back into shows. The only thing I was doing with shows was choreographing and producing for Stearns. I did that for about 5 years. When I decided to stop studying music and go back to college for dance, I decided, you know what, I have to put myself back in the shows because, one, I missed it. I would find myself reminiscing about high school shows. I have opinions about those, but we'll get to that later. Really, I just miss being on stage and being able to invite people into what excites me about theater, because I definitely live in theater is life. It is 100% professional. I consider rehearsal is church, and if you don't show up to church every Sunday, you're not going to get to heaven, and heaven is the show.
Let's go.
It was hard. Definitely was hard.
Yeah, for sure. I understand that too, because I took also a gap year. And so that for me kind of solidified that I wanted to do theater, because after that I was like, I really miss like being on stage and just seeing shows. So after that, me coming back was like, this is what I want to do. I had to like go full force and just head on. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. So I kind of understand where you're coming from. But coming back after like high school and just like exploring life a little bit, what is something you learned about yourself and possibly the arts since that time?
Before stopping, I was on track to be something bigger than I was of myself. So one of the big things I learned is that I didn't have a fear of doing the work. I had a fear of being good. I had a fear of actually being able to step out there and be challenged to do more than what I wanted to do. It was a head-to-head battle with, I have ambition over here, and then I have just wanting to stand in the background, because I consider myself an introvert. I don't really speak to people first, but to be an introvert doing theater is something completely just like, how does that make sense? How do you step out there in front of all of those people, remember all these lines, put on this character, but when someone says hello to you at a bar, it's like, oh, please excuse me, I don't know how to talk. hides in shell. It is a really different thing. So one of the hardest things was telling myself, you know what, you have to shine. Whether or not you're going to shine bright or you're going to shine just a little bit is not up to you. You just have to go out there and be you at the end of the day. So I had to tell myself, you don't have to worry about being too good because you don't know what you're going to be. And then secondly, coming back to it, I have realized that you don't keep a lot of what you don't use. I don't have a lot of the same tricks. I don't have a lot of the same flexibility. My stamina is still good thanks to singing, you know. I had to hit the gym and learn how to sing things very fast. I still kept the stamina, but I don't have the same technique and I don't have the same flexibility. So that's forced me to work harder in a sense. I have to work twice as hard because I'm making up for time, which, side note, don't make up for time. That's just my choice and thing. I decided to work that hard. If you want to take your time to do it, take your time to do it. Just get up and do it at the end of the day. The third hardest thing is being 24 years old and seeing somebody 18 in your exact class where you were, had you just continued.
That's so true.
So it's kind of like realize what you did wrong, live in it for like 5 seconds, and then move forward.
Yeah.
It's a lot of humbleness to it. I believe a lot of older folks nowadays don't have a humbleness when they're going back to learn certain things. And it's just like, I don't consider myself old, but you do have to have that humbleness, especially if you expect for things to go correctly for you.
Yeah, on any level, like any age.
Yeah.
For sure. And it's easier to start that when you're younger too. I feel like having that foundation, that'll transfer as you get older.
Yeah.
So when you're older, you don't have to be like, you gotta stop yourself. It's just like a natural thing, which I feel like you have though.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
For sure. Okay, so I love this segment. I don't know why I love it so much, but this is called the Musical Theater Nerd Off.
Da-da-da! Musical Theater Nerd Off.
Yeah. So I asked Daniel what his favorite musical is, and it's Dreamgirls.
The only show to watch.
True. So I did some research,
Okay.
and I'm gonna quiz you on Dreamgirls trivia. Here's the thing, I didn't know any of this stuff either. Like, I was like, okay, what do I know about Mean Girls? No, Dreamgirls. Whoa.
Mean Girls.
What do I know about Mean Girls?
Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls, here we go. When did Dreamgirls open on Broadway? Or where? Or do you know where?
I think the year was like I want to say like 82.
That's so close. That's so close. Oh my god, it opened December 20th, 1981.
80. Oh!
That was so close.
So close.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
Like, all right. Next
Yeah,
question.
it was at the Imperial Theater in New York.
Okay, I would have never known that. But
It was on Broadway, and that's all that
I
matters.
can give you the year. I cannot give you.
That was so good. I'm
Yeah.
like shocked right now.
I'm telling you.
The story was looked on as based off of what popular girl group? Do you know?
The Supremes.
Yeah. So I know you're like all for the Tonys,
Mm-hmm.
and like you're on your way there. How many Tony Awards was it nominated for, and how many did it win? And do you know which ones it won or was nominated for?
I don't know how many they were nominated for, and I'm
Okay.
going to shoot out a guess, and I'm going to guess that they were nominated for like 8. I want to say they won 2 because I know Jennifer Holliday got one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they won Best Show, but I do think that they were nominated for Best Show.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say the second Tony was for, I feel like it was in something random like costuming or like score.
It was actually nominated for 13 Tonys.
13 Tonys, you see, Queens. 13.
And it won 6.
It won. I'm so off. Okay, I'm gonna try and name the 6.
Okay, here we go.
So we have Best Supporting Actress would have been Jennifer Holliday. Yeah.
Featured actress was Jennifer Holliday. Mhm.
Okay, and then they would have got one probably for score. Did
That
they win
one,
for score, or
that one was a nominated.
it was a nominated, and they didn't win best musical.
No, that was also a nomination.
That was also a nomination. So these all have to be like single nominations. I think
Mm-hmm.
maybe, what's his name? I can't remember his name. But a guy won a Tony too, didn't he?
Two guys won Tonys. Yeah.
Supporting, which means that somebody got it for James E. Early, and somebody maybe got it for Curtis. I feel like.
I think so.
Yeah, so okay, I'm out of ideas at this point, but but costuming maybe.
It was nominated for costuming.
You
So
see, I can name what they've been nominated for. I probably should have tried, but
So it was nominated for musical, Best Original Score, performance by leading actress Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Oh, Cheryl Lee Ralph, yes.
And also featured actor Oba I don't want to try to pronounce that. I don't know who he played.
Oba Babatunde.
That.
Okay.
And then
Oba
Best
Babatunde.
Scenic Design and Costume Design were the nominations, and
Yeah.
it won Best Book of a Musical.
Best book.
The
Okay.
leading actor Ben Harney, and then Jennifer Holliday. Cleveland Derricks. It won Best Choreography and Lighting Design.
Best choreography. I'm telling you, first and foremost, if you've never seen Dreamgirls, go watch the 2007 video and watch Jennifer Hudson slay the house down. I'm telling you, if you want to see Beyonce be outsung, listen to Jennifer Hudson sing with Beyonce. I'm telling you, it is, even Beyonce has to bow down to Jennifer when you hear those vocals. I cannot sit in the car and not cry to And I Am Telling You, I'm Not Going. She pulled something sultry and beautiful out of her voice. I'm telling you what. And then if you look at the choreography is killer. It is literally killer. It is so just clean and pristine. And I believe it's the same director that did Chicago.
Yes.
So
it is.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes! I love musical theater nerd off.
I'm telling you, I love me some Dreamgirls. Like, okay, next question.
Speaking of which, do you know what year it won Best Cast Show Album and Best Female R&B Vocal Performance by?
Jennifer Hudson.
Yes,
right? Okay.
I believe so. Oh no, it was sorry.
No.
This is for the original Broadway cast.
Okay, so the original Broadway cast. No, I don't. If it opened in 82, no, you said 81. December 20th, 81. They either would have been nominated in 83 or 84.
It was 83.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It was 83 because of the Grammy fiscal year of how they work it.
However they do it.
Yeah, and then so you said
I think Jennifer Holliday was the one who won that one.
yeah, Jennifer Holliday. Jennifer Holliday also needs to be heard out.
All the Jennifers.
In all honesty, I feel the same way about when Jennifer Hudson did I Know Where I've Been in Hairspray. You have to listen to everything separately, and like you can't be biased because you have to understand that Jennifer Holliday sang it for the 80s. Jennifer Hudson had time to listen to Jennifer Holliday, and you have the Aretha Franklins, and you have the Patti LaBelle's, and she had time to learn and groom herself into being Jennifer Hudson in 2007 to win that Grammy. Let's just talk about it. She got kicked off of American Idol to win a Grammy.
That says something.
Like, to win a Grammy.
That's saying a lot.
Honorable mention, Loretta Devine. We have mentioned Shirley Ralph. We mentioned Jennifer Holliday. If you don't know, Loretta Devine played Laurel. Loretta Devine and Anika Noni Rose, because we haven't mentioned her either.
Queen.
Anika Noni Rose, another episode, another type of show, but praises to the queen. Princess Tiana, praises to the queen.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
In 2017, which original West End Dreamgirls actress won the Olivier for Best Actress in a Musical?
Was it Amber Riley?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Yes, I love it.
She won it for Effie, of course.
Yes. Oh my god, I didn't know she went to the West End. I honestly didn't.
Yeah. I heard the whole album.
I know,
If
what
you
a
don't
queen.
know, go to YouTube and listen from the musical. It has Dina and Effie, and it's not just Beyonce, and you have to listen to it because it definitely gives you a different feel for the song, and it definitely sews that show up real nicely. I can't wait to direct it.
Yes. True or false? A film version was set to be released in the 1980s and was set to star Whitney Houston.
True.
Yes.
That is true, yes.
Yeah. So like there was like budget concerns, and it went to like different companies.
Yeah.
So they were just
I'm
like,
gonna tell you the only reason that movie could have been okay is if Whitney was playing Dina. I would have hated to see her play Effie because Jennifer Holliday was still alive. And if you didn't cast Jennifer Holliday, there were a bunch of other, I'm going to say hefty R&B divas from the time, because that's what they were calling them, and that's how they were gonna hire the part anyway because of typecasting. If you were gonna pick a hefty diva, there were a lot of other hefty divas that you could have picked if you did not want Jennifer Holliday. Whitney Houston was good for what she was good for. She is beautiful. I would have put her as Dina. I never would have put her as Effie, and if that was what the movie was going to be, I would not have liked it.
This is the last one.
Okay.
The original musical was set in Chicago. Where did they set the story for the 2006 film adaptation?
Detroit.
Yeah.
It was set in Detroit, yeah. I think they set it in Detroit because they wanted to give it more of like a rough life feel and you have to sew some things and media up some things. Even though things were going on in Chicago, it was just like Detroit like really has had it bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's still not clean water in Flint, Michigan.
True. I just came from there. Let's make stuff happen for them. Okay, so that's all that we have for this interview. Thanks for watching. Go see Daniel in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Do you want to do a little plug for that?
Yes. So, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. We have our leads of Brady and Allison. They are two beautifully amazing singers and actors. And we have a cast of about 32 who are just full of just literally people who are dedicated to the art. I can say that. They are dedicated to the art. Our team is dedicated to the art. The facility we are rehearsing at is dedicated to the fact that we're doing this show. If you want your tickets, we are opening August 11th. We are doing shows for the next 3 weeks after that, the 11th and the 12th, which are Saturday and Sunday. And then we're going to jump to the next weekend, the 18th and the 19th, I believe. And the 25th and the 26th, which is a Saturday and a Friday, I think. It's a Saturday and a Friday. Get your tickets at Torrance Theater, that's THEATRE, company.com.
The correct way to spell it.
Yes, the correct way to spell it. Get your tickets there. And also, if you're on the lookout for anything else to come watch, Cypress College is doing Little Shop of Horrors in the fall. So come and see that too. I can bet that I'll be in it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Dates are below. We'll have a link for the tickets below. You can also have a link to my Instagram. Come follow me.
Yeah.
I'm on a lovely, beautiful journey. You can see me and my lovely, beautiful boyfriend do beautiful things. Because we matter, Black love matter, Black lives matter. Sarah matters, we all matter. Also, keep watching.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at
Subscribe.
her. Keep watching. She's fun. Subscribe. The link is below.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You just be my outro every time.
Subscribe.
Oh my gosh.
The link is below.
The link is below.
And then we cut it there.
And scene.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for watching and hanging out. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.